All right, Coach, what's your first opening comments after today's impressive victory?
Well, I was really proud of the girls. I thought we came out with a lot of energy, and we jumped on them, and we had a 17-point lead in the first half, and then we really struggled the last 5 minutes of the first half. I think big key Tamisa got scratched, and we had to take her out of the game because she was bleeding, and we just made some mistakes. We turned the ball over a little bit, and then we let them back in the game. They cut to 4 at the half. And then we started the second half out good. We were a little concerned because at halftime I didn't think they had the same energy when I was talking to them, and they came out good. And we went man-to-man. I thought that was a good move by Coach Kelly. Suggested that, and I thought that was good. And we really got the momentum, but we still couldn't pull away. And then they hit some shots and tied it up. And then I thought we really took a deep breath. Alicia got fouled, made both foul shots. We stopped them. D'Amica made a basket, stopped them, and got a huge three-pointer by Jackie Marshall. And I think that was a big key of the game, that we didn't panic when they tied the game up. And, they fight hard. I think they're a much improved team, obviously. They have good chemistry in Niagara. But as proud of our girls, we really fought through adversity to win a game on the road in the MAC. We were really happy with that. We needed this.
D'Amica sets a career-high Wednesday against Siena and kind of one-ups herself and does it again today. She might be a freshman, but I think she's playing like junior, senior at times. What's your feeling about that one?
She's good. She's a very good scorer. She's got obviously a lot to work on the other end. But you know what? I love D'Amica because she's a player. She wants to play. She wants the ball. She still also had 2 assists. Could have had a couple more. Missed some easy shots. So I was really proud of her. I think she plays with a lot of poise. I think Chris Ford helps her a lot by talking to her a lot. I think we have a great point guard that gives her the ball in the right areas. And I think, D'Amica does finish the ball well. I mean, I got to tell you, she had some big shots for us. She really did.
What's your feeling just watching her play? Some of those regular easy shots that should be nothing but net, she has a hard time. But when she makes her own plays and uses the glass, it's almost like she knows every angle of a basket sometimes.
She's the most creative scorer I've ever had. I think... we're just seeing she's only 14 games into her college career. She learns every game. She gets better. It's not coincidence that her last 2 games were her 2 highest scoring games.
Right.
She's learning how to play. We're learning where to get her the ball. You're right. I do think she misses some shots that I'm surprised she misses,
right.
And she makes some shots that I have no idea how she makes.
Right.
She's the best finisher I've ever had, and the staff does a great job, working with her and stuff. And she gets better and better. And I think she's just a shell of what she will be 2 weeks from now, a month from now, obviously a year from now. But we're very concerned about this year, so we need her to continue to play well and even play better.
Coach, you mentioned about Jackie's 3. I think that had to be one of the key points in the game. We're up 4. Jackie hits a 3. I think you put her in like 30 seconds before that. You just talk about your trust you have in Jackie, that once she goes in, 3's going up.
Mike, that's a great question, and I do have a lot of trust in Jackie. And Jackie missed a lot of time early in the year, and she struggled. She wasn't in the shape she needed to be. Jackie needs her legs to shoot the ball well, but I have a lot of trust in Jackie. Jackie's a good student of the game. She's learning. She's been in the gym a lot extra, and I think I have so much trust in her. Even when I just put her in, I think we can run a play for her, and I think she's going to make that shot. And she did. That was a huge play in the game. We were up 4, and it's still close, and we ran the special play for her. And she was 2 great screens by Sabrina and Tamisa, and bang, she was wide open. She knocked that shot down. We need to make that shot. And that's one of those shots where, now we go from 4 to 7. It's a huge turning point in the game, and she did. And I thought she played great on top of the 1-3-1. We went a little 1-3-1 the last 7-8 minutes of the game, and changed their comfortability, and Jackie did a great job on top of it. She really doesn't practice up there. We just asked her to do that for a couple of minutes, and she did a great job of that.
You talked in the pregame that you said you had a feeling she'd have a special game today.
Yeah.
There was one play she got a backdoor cut layup. She's really known for shooting the 3. Are you comfortable with her standing under the basket sometimes, like plays like that?
I think she's learning the game. I mean, she played a good amount last year, but she didn't get to play in non-league because we were planning on redshirting her, and then when we had all those injuries, she didn't. And, so she's really still end of her freshman year, sophomore year in terms of experience. And I have a lot of confidence in her. I think she's learning the game. She's a smart young lady, and she's a good student. She wants to get better. Obviously, her dad was a coach. Her brother's our coaches and players, and she's learned a lot. But I give her a lot of credit because she's really struggled for playing time up and down. And listen, a lot of times I just put her in and call a play for her, and it's hard. But you know what? She doesn't say a word. She tries hard. She's really understanding the mentality of her role, and her role increases, from game to game. And I give her a lot of credit that you know what, she's there for us, and she's a team player. She really is. She works hard, keeps her her attitude as positive as she could possibly be, and I'm really proud of her.
Tamita had a good game, picking up a double-double. It's something we talked about, having her possibly, find that all-conference in her. Just her post-up today, I think, was, one of the best we've seen so far this season.
Absolutely. This in the second half of the Fairfield game, she's been really fantastic. I thought even though her stats were, and we talked about this on the pregame show, I thought even though her stats weren't great in the Siena game, I thought she did a lot of good things. But today, she had 11-11, but she must have 7 or 8 tip balls, and she had a lot of great screens. She set that screen to help get Jackie open. She set a lot of screens for D'Amica. To Misa's credit, she's a senior. She could be taking more shots and doing some stuff, and she doesn't. And I give her a lot of credit for that. She's willing to supersede a certain role to go out and make some, get our teammates open shots and do better. So I was really happy for her.
Coach, you mentioned that you had the 17-point lead in the first half, and they ended up coming back and tying the game. You just talk about how might have made the win a little more sweeter if they didn't, like you said, they didn't budge, and they were able to pull it out even with losing that lead.
Mike, we've faced so much adversity so far this year, and this is, I think, a win that our non-league schedule really helped us. Playing all those road games against really good teams like Toledo, a tight game, and even though we lost it, even Miami, Ohio, I think the girls knew what they had to dig down and do a little bit more. And while those games we lost, we were depressed about it, but I think it helped us win a league game today. I really do, and and I think that's what we try and build our non-league schedule, playing all these tough road games. And even when they tied it, you didn't see any panic, and our freshman made the next great play, Alicia, and I was proud of her. And anytime you have Sue on the floor, you're going to get a good shot and everything's steady. So it was a win, I think, that was set up by some of our losses during our non-league season.
Monday against Canisius, they just squeaked one out against St. Peter's. I'm sure they're going to be looking for retribution just to not you lose to beat St. Peter's by 4 or 5 points. People are going to say you might be a little bit soft. What's your message to your team right now about that?
I think Peter's is a much better, obviously, team than their record. They had Marist beat. They had Canisius beat. They were up 3 or 4 with 4.5 minutes to go in the game. I think, we did beat Canisius twice last year, and they were both hard-fought games. Our pressure really hurt them in our gym, and up here we just played really good defense. I mean, they're big. They're home. It's been a long road trip. I mean, we've been on the road a long time, 3 of our first 4 games on the road, and we've really got to dig down and find a way to win this game. I think, honestly, for us to win, we're going to need to score some easy baskets, either through steals through our pressure or get the ball inside. And Sabrina had a great second half. I know she only finished with 6 and 5. She really helped us out in the second half. I think she did most of that damage there. I think we're going to need someone else to step up, whether it's Melitza. I think Melissa's going to get a significant opportunity to play in this game. I really do. Whether it's one of the other guards, Alicia maybe. I think Alicia's due for a good game. I could see Alicia getting 15 or 20 in this game if we win. I think she's due. And I know she was very upset with missing the shot she did and stuff. And I know she'll come out with a lot of enthusiasm and diligence. We're going to need someone special, someone else to pick us up in this game. And you know what? Canisius is a good team. It's going to be a hard game. I think if we can stay right there with them, I think we'll have a chance to win at the end.
Playing at 11 a.m. is part of the madness of getting ready for the conference tournament. Now that it's going to be a conference team, I think the girls will understand that, okay, come March week, this could be the same matchup in, the first or second round of the tournament.
Absolutely, and this is why we play those games at Toledo and Miami back-to-back. Both at 11 a.m. and both on, or 12, 11 and 12, and both on Kids Day. And Canisius sells out their Kids Day. They do a great job, and they play in the game at 11. But again, it's eerily similar to Toledo and Miami, so our kids aren't going to be like, oh my God, there's a lot of people. Oh my God, we're going to play early. That's why we did it. I mean, it didn't help us beat Toledo and Miami when we played them. It would have been, great to have a day in between and tell those teams, no, we're not going to play at 11 a.m. We don't want to do it. But listen, we're trying to prepare ourselves for the MAC, and you know what? We're going to be as prepared as we possibly can for this game, and I think our non-league schedule, again, like I spoke about, and had a lot to do with it.